Hello. Feeding my dogs their dinner. Carnivore dinner. Beef and eggs. And some lamb juice. I have got bone broth in my Instapot. Going. Just started. Lamb bone. Hello, Ty. I was just saying what's up. I have lamb bone broth in my Instapot. And I'm feeding my dogs. How about you? And I was washing my dishes. It's in the title. If you have any symptoms of anything in your body, any pain, any things, digestion or anything, we're going to talk about healing and what kinds of things practically do we want to go deeper in on the channel. So, and I made brown butter today because I can't do the milk fat in the butter. And there's my dog's food. And I'm getting him out. And I got my water ready, filled up and ready to go. So I can hydrate. And my little dog pulled the same trick he's been doing and begged all day long for food and ate who knows what off the floor. I'm gonna run some stuff to the laundry real fast. Okay. Like I really should do a load of laundry, but I'm not going to. It's not full enough yet. So do you get what we're talking about? Was that clear? What we're talking about? Hey, puppers. Hey, you gotta wait, right? Because we gotta pray first. Hey, sit, sit. Nah, sit. Boy, wait, wait, wait. Okay, wait, sit, sit. Good boy, good boy. Wait. Okay, wait for me. Good boy, good boy. You wait. Jesus, thank you for the food. Thank you, Jesus, for Cosmos being a good boy. Amen. Suki, no. Come here. Sit. Okay, you gotta wait one more little second. Sit. No, I'm not having that. Come here. Come here. Sit. Good boy. Good boy. Ah, stay. Wait. Wait. Breathe. Good boy. So, hope that makes sense. I want to hear from you. I want to hear about what you need on this channel. And I would like to stick with carnivore and exercise. You know, so we can keep improving our health. We're not going to accomplish much in our lives, period, if we don't have our health. So I gotta run to the garbage. Let me see. I think I need to put my tripod up. Okay. Let's see. Chucky, that's enough. That's enough. Oh, I forgot I was gonna make my bed. I got busy making bone broth and I had to cut the lamb bone apart because I had to find the joint in the bone and cut through it with a knife because it was too big to fit in the Instapot. So that was good. And then I'm working on selling my grain mill. And I have, what is it? 3. I used to have 4, but I have 3 5-gallon buckets of wheat, the whole grain wheat, not ground into flour, just the wheat. And because I have a grain mill, and so I want to sell the grain mill because I'm not eating bread anymore. I'm not eating grains, and somebody will get good use out of it. Somebody who can still eat grains or whatever, not high. Anyway, Suki, you're enough. Come on. Oh, wait. Almost forgot. I'm gonna let the dog out first. Hey, AJ. What's question mark for? Say your question. Just, are you asking a question? Is that getting ready to ask a question? You can ask a question. Go ahead. By the way, everybody put a QQQ before your questions so I know they're there and I can answer them easily. Or a question mark at the beginning of the sentence is a fine way to do it too. AJ, you need to know what the topic is, please. Look at the title. I only speak a little bit of this language and a little bit of that language besides English. Little German, little Spanish, but very little. So please don't get me started, and that's off topic. So we're not going off topic unless somebody had a deep concern that something happened and they need to talk about it. Would you please get up in the chair? Thank you. Now go on. There you go. I need to turn the heat down. So AJ, did you see the title of the video? We're talking about health and fitness and how we heal, how we can heal things that are wrong in our body. So do you have any pain, any illnesses, anything chronic illness, anything you have to go to the doctor for on a regular basis, any medication that you have to take that is for something? And believe it or not, you can heal most things that you take medication for. You can heal with diet. And I am still on thyroid medicine. My body is doing better. My thyroid is finally looking better. So I'm still on some thyroid med, but I'm hoping to wean off of it. Anyway, so what things are we dealing with in our bodies? Or just tell me what your diet looks like, or your activity level, or your weight, or whatever it is that might be a concern. I just reminded myself to take my second dose of thyroid med. Which I should have taken on board earlier, but anyway, excuse me. Getting meat out from my teeth, and I'm making bone broth. It's a 3-hour pressure cook, but I just put it in the pressure cooker in the Instapot and set it to pressure and put it on 3 hours, easy peasy. We'll just have to cut it. There's a big ball joint in there, and I had to cut that, cut the bone apart, because it wouldn't fit in the Instapot if I didn't. So I'm glad I figured that out. And I made a bunch of steak yesterday, and I have steak to eat when I'm not eating lamb, so I can I had lamb for dinner. And so AJ, do you have something on topic to say, please? Um, there we go. Get myself hydrated. I've got some sparkling water here. Boy, you guys are thrilling. Okay, now there's 4 people in here. Anybody want to chat? Let's go, peeps. Come on, I'm here for you. This was all designed so that we talk about what you guys' concerns are, and I want to hear from you so that we have videos that you guys want. Because I can keep going back to my topics, the things that I want to do, but I don't know if it applies to you and what you are wanting or dealing with. So, and I mean, I have 670 subscribers and a lot of people who watch me aside from the ones who are subscribed. And therefore, people have things they want to know about, things that they have concerns about. And until we start really having a rapport back and forth, I'm not going to know what you guys need. So, my dog needs in. Just a second. Okay, coming back in a second. I just gotta let my dog in the door and put him back in his crate so he's contained. Yeah, I think you can still hear me because I have an earbud on with a microphone. Okay. I've been getting one project after another done in the house, so that's good. So that my home is not. Come here. Where'd you go? Cause. 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 There you are. Hi, puppers. What do you have? What do you have in your mouth? What was out there? Something that should not have been out there. Come here. Come here. I have a treat. Let's do this. Why was there a baggie outside? Excuse me. Excuse me. Come on. Thank you. We don't swallow baggies. I don't want you swallowing things that are not food. We don't want another surgery. If I have to do that again, I might have to put you down, and I don't want to do that. Okay. All right, guys. Back. Turn this heat down. Oh, I think I gotta plug my phone in too. Let's turn the heat down and plug the phone in. See if anybody said anything. Okay, so I'm gonna start with myself, and I'm gonna tell you what things I had to deal with in my body so that maybe that'll jog your ideas going. So, nope, same old in the chat. Okay, come on, guys. Come on now. So, I'm gonna stop doing lives. I'm gonna just create videos and I guess not care. I do care what you guys want to know about and what you want, but nobody's saying anything. We used to have a lot more interaction in here. I got rid of a bunch of trolls, which we need to do because we need to have people who want to be here and aren't going to be mean to me or others. So I had low thyroid, which I've already talked about. It's Hashimoto's, which means it's autoimmune, which means my body is attacking my thyroid. And I don't know exactly how that happened, but I do know that carnivore, low carb, helps heal your hormones because of the fat. Because our hormones run on fat, our brains run on fat, everything in our body runs on fat. That's why eating high carb diets are so bad. That's why that creates inflammation, diabetes, and so many different things. I also have blood sugar dysregulation, and I tend to be pre-diabetic. So I am healing that. My blood sugar is regulating now that I cut the last bit of milk fat out of my diet with butter. I cut out butter. I do eat browned butter because you need the fat with carnivore, obviously. You need, well, not obviously to some people, but that's what keto is. Keto is supposed to be high fat, low carb, and moderate protein. Because if you eat too much protein, you go into gluconeogenesis, and there's something about glycogen, I can't talk, stores, and I need to research that. But that has to do with your body, burning, uh, getting into fat burning mode. So I think what it is once you run out of your I can't talk again, glycogen stores, then your body goes into fat burning mode. And that's what we're doing when we go low carb, is we're making our body go low on the glycogen. So anyway, all I know is my cellulite's gone and I'm losing weight. That isn't the most important part. The most important part for all of us is to be healthy. But losing weight is part of that because you can't be very healthy if you have a lot of weight on your body because you can't move, and um, fat cells, um, they hold toxins, and we don't want toxins in our body. So, and our fat cells actually protect. They take like toxins and things like that, or cancer or whatever, and they put fat around it in order to protect us from that thing. But they're not good because they the fat cells cause problems. So we were not meant to eat tons of carbohydrates. I don't have eye teeth anymore, but canine teeth, but we have canine teeth, and we also, our digestive system was made to digest meat. Cows, on the other hand, were meant to digest fruits and vegetables, especially vegetables. And therefore, they're designed for it. People think that vegetables and fruits are so healthy, but the fact is that nutrients from meat are more bioavailable to us than those from fruits and vegetables. We do not absorb the iron, let's say, from spinach, oxalate laden spinach, and oxalate laden kale. We don't absorb it as well. We only absorb a little, minute amount. That's why people who are vegan can't sustain it without a bunch of supplements and eating such crazy varieties of different things. So, and then there's so many oxalates in nuts, and there's arsenic in almonds are very high arsenic and oxalate. So you're getting all kinds of poisons in your body. And now we're doing things like nut milks, which are very high concentrates of oxalates and arsenic and those kinds of things. So if you guys don't interact with me, I just talk. And then the trolls come in and tell me to shut up, and I tell them, oh, okay, bye. Apparently, you don't want to be here. So, anyway, chat, guys. If you want to talk about things that you want to know about, that would be, um, Ty. Is that on topic? I didn't say anything about Hawk, did I? I didn't say anything about Hawk. That sounds off topic to me. Do I need to put you in timeout? Unless you can explain to me if I said something that sounded like Hawk. But I don't recall something that sounded like that. Anyway, not trying to be mean. Let's just try to stay on topic. Because Ty, your health is important too, even as a young person, especially actually, because it's better to start early. No, I didn't say Hawk. I didn't. Nope. I didn't mean to say Hawk. Use it in a sentence. Hello, Jenny. Jenny, you don't really want to be here. I'm going to put you in timeout, and when you come out, you can be nice or gone. I think you crave attention. Anyway, you're okay, Ty. Anyway, I was talking about oxalates and arsenic, and anyway, that was a gal named Jenny who thought she needed to say that I crave attention. I'm on my YouTube channel trying to help people with their health. Period. End of story. And my health has been improved and continues to improve, and I want to help other people. Period. I've been passionate about this for years, and I think I need to stay on this track and help other people if they want it. And people who don't want to be here don't want to be here. So, anywho. Oh, your dog's in heat. That's awesome. Not fun times, huh? Put underwear on your dog. Put boys or men's, it's easier, boys size underwear with the tail sticking out the hole. Yes, a just too cool. That is true. However, that is not what Ty was talking about. He thought I said something about a hawk in one of the sentences that I said, but I didn't. He asked me what it meant. And so, yes, that's why I didn't tell him that a hawk was a bird, because, anywho. So, the best meats to eat are ruminant meats, which are animals with multiple stomachs: goat, beef, lamb, bison. What else? Think of things that chew the cud and have multiple stomachs. Deer. Deer don't have that much fat on them, though. You want fattier meats. You can add fat to it, though, but you have to add fat to it. I'm running out of battery on my earbud. Let me see. Is this charged? I wonder if this one works. Nope. Battery's dead on this one, too. Plug my. Excuse me. I have another earbud that. Excuse me. Fell behind the dresser. I wonder where it is. I know approximately where it is, but I haven't been able to find it. I hope it didn't fall in the garbage, but I have not emptied the garbage yet, so I'll keep looking till I find it. Anyway, okay. Just too cool. Do you have anything in your body that needs addressing? Do you have indigestion? Do you have, I'm just gonna stab in the dark. Do you have inflammation? Do you have pain anywhere? Do you have headaches? You know, we can just start going down the list of things and talk about remedies. And believe it or not, a lot of that is related to overconsumption of carbohydrates, because carbohydrates hydrate, like making you hold on to water, which makes you swell up different areas of the body. And we eat a lot of things. Okay, let's talk about processed foods. Any packaged foods are processed foods, and there's processed foods that we make in our homes, but we know what is in them and what the process was to make them, so they're not as bad. But we actually, that's why I believe in reducing carbs and eliminating foods that might be causing allergies, histamine reactions, and you might not know, because the thing is, you don't have the reactions until you cut out the carbs, and then you reintroduce something in your diet, a spice or something. You reintroduce some plant material, some carbohydrate, something, or milk, and your body reacts to it. And then you see, oh, I have a sensitivity to cheese, or I have a sensitivity to dairy in general, or butter, speaking of which, for me, causes my blood sugar to raise. That's not true of everybody, but it's true of me. And when I go off of butter and I just do browned butter and I do other kinds of fats, like animal fats, not seed oils. Olive oil's okay, but not seed oils. Seed oils are highly processed stuff. Anyway, guys, it's just me talking tonight, I guess, which is okay, but I'd rather talk about the things that you guys need. And I guess everybody's healthy except me. I don't think that's true. I think people just don't want to talk about what ails them. And it's important. So, and maybe you don't know because you haven't done an elimination diet to figure out what, because like, okay, so here's what my allergist told me to do. Okay. I went and had one of those arm prick tests where they put a bunch of different allergy causing possibilities, you know, in your arm. Shellfish, all the common ones. Shellfish, soy, I guess, is a common one. Cheese, you know, milk in general, bread, well, gluten, I guess. Bread actually has whey in it, and I found that out because the allergist said, well, this shows that you have a milk allergy. And he said the way to figure it out is to cut out all milk, including whey. And bread has whey in it oftentimes. So I had to really look at labels. And it's easy if you make your own stuff, then you know if it has whey in it or whatever. But you have to look at, you know, all your labels. And it's better to eat 1 to 3, no more than 3 ingredient foods, you know, so that you know what you're eating. And then you can, you know, figure if you eat, if you don't add some new food to your diet and you just eat, you know, you eliminate it down to really simple, like meat, for example, or all animal products. Then you can say, okay, well, I ate fish, so maybe I cut out that fish and see if I feel better. Or I cut out shrimp, you know, maybe I ate shrimp because that's an animal product. Or you cut out eggs, or you cut out just the egg whites because egg whites tend to be more problematic than the egg yolks. And, you know, you cut out egg whites. Anyway, so sorry, I got a text message. I was just glancing. So what I had to do, what the allergist told me to do about the milk allergy or any of the allergies that I popped up with. I think the main one was milk, which I loved cheese. I still do. Cheese and those things. And it didn't seem to bother me. But he said, well, cut it out for 10 days and really look at labels and really cut it out. And he said, if you do it right, then after 10 days, eat it like crazy. Eat lots of cheese and lots of milk and lots of whey and lots of, you know, blah, 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 blah. Like, don't go hog wild. Don't hold back. And then see if you have a reaction. If your nose starts running, if you're, you know, feel swollen or whatever in your body, if your gut aches, you know, if your digestion goes kaplooey, or you get constipated, whatever, then you'll know, yeah, okay, I have an allergy to milk. Maybe I better cut it way back or off, you know? And so right now, I'm not drinking milk or eating cheese or heavy cream or any of that. And I was, because those are carnivore friendly foods, because they're animal products. But I cut them out, and I think my thyroid is better for it. I think my energy level is better for it. Anyway, and right now, this minute, my nose has been running, and it might be the lemon essential oil that's in my water, that I put drops in my water, because I like the flavor. But I'm pretty sensitive sometimes. Or it could be the lamb is giving me a histamine reaction. I'm not sure. That lamb was good. So, also, Ty, you were talking, you know, try to keep her inside. And keep them underpants on her so she doesn't bleed in the house. And you could put a feminine pad. Maybe the ones with wings would be the best, and just watch her, because she might try to get it off, chew it, or whatever, but it would help catch the mess. Anyway, that's off topic, but Ty was asking. So hi, there's 5 people in here. You guys want to chat? You guys want to ask questions? Do you guys want to know how to heal what's going on with you and your body? And then one of the main things that you need, and you might need to supplement, unless you eat a lot of a specific fish that has iodine in it, which sardines have iodine in them. But I also add iodine diet, and I add about, now I'm 16 of 2%. Some days I miss my dose, just because I'm like, yeah, busy, or I just think, I don't know for sure if I need it, because I do eat sardines and I do eat fish. But anyway, I have been adding. A lot of times we are deficient in iodine. Anyway, hey peeps, hey. I see 4 people are in here. People have just been lurking in the shadows of late. I don't know what that's about. Maybe I just have 600, no, I know that's not true. I have regulars, can't talk, that want to be here, and that participate. So that's good. If you have not liked and subscribed, I see we have 4 likes tonight, so that's good. That's interaction. But let's chat too. Give me some feedback. Let me know you're listening. Let me know you're thinking. Let me know your, even if you, that's fine. That's what life is all about. Ourselves, and the media has Hitler's, that's crap. Censorship. We need to push back against that, and we need to go ahead and have discussions, even if we disagree with one another. Period. And we don't need to bite one another's head off and insult and start swearing at one another. That's not the way to have an argument. Let's have intelligent discussions and not shut one another down and listen to the other person. That would be awesome. Amazing. That would be pushing against the elites at the top who want us to be their little slaves and drones. And we don't need to be that. And that's why I push back dietarily too, because the food pyramid is a lie. And we do not have to go along like little robots eating the crap they tell us to eat, and telling us that even if we have diabetes, that we can just eat crap and sugar and carbs and whatever. Because that's not true. Just take insulin. Just take heart medication. Just do this. Red meat is bad for you. No, it is not. And the proof is that if you, I need to look at this text. It's important. Just a second. I took care of it. Anyway, gosh, guys. Like I said, we may stop doing daily lives. Maybe I'll just do a live once a week or whatever and let everybody know what day it is. Because if it's just me talking, I might as well do edited videos. So, I came in, what time is it? It's been 45 minutes is all. So, how you doing? Lot about health, food sensitivity, the things that we eat and why we want. Yeah, I figured you probably just got here. So, watch the replay. There's not a lot of interaction tonight. If you have questions or whatever, that would be great. If you look at the title of the video, it says, I want input from you, which I've gotten no input from anybody. So I just started to talk. And I told people about, I've been talking about my own journey. I had low thyroid. It doesn't sound like a lot, but on my small frame, I weighed 160 pounds. And that didn't feel good. And yeah, I didn't feel good. And I wasn't able to move and do, and tired all the time, really tired. Just felt pretty crappy all the time. I used to be bedridden. Essentially, I could get out of the house if my family helped me get out of the house, but it was very hard to do. And so I don't come at this from me not understanding what it's like to be unhealthy or sick or whatever. And I just want to know what people are struggling with so that we can come up with solutions dietarily and activity-wise to help move away from that dis-ease in your body. That's what disease means. Dis-ease. Chronic disease, or you know, disease that hits suddenly. So yeah, we were talking about that. Hips, shoulders, feet. So what about your, like, what about your blood sugar? Do you have diabetes? How come your hips, shoulders, and feet hurt? I mean, the thing that it makes me think of is that you have chronic inflammation. You don't have diabetes, or you don't know if you do. Might be a good idea to, a CGM can give you a lot of good information. Hi, Gabrielle. Pro G20 social. What? Oh, goodness. Gabrielle, what are we talking about? I don't understand.
Oh, from a car wreck. That's terrible. Well, Gabrielle, whatever that is, it's off topic. I think it's off topic, unless you can relate it. Because what I'm reading is that Spanish? Now, foi, pro, or is it G20 social? I have no idea what that is. Don't know what it is. Anyway, and I don't know what it has to do with the topic tonight. Can you look at the title, please? So that we stay on topic tonight, because it's important. Of course I don't understand Portuguese. Somebody else came in here and asked me if I knew other languages. Please, English. I don't know who else would understand Portuguese in here either. And for all I know, you're swearing at people. I have no idea. You know what I'm saying? Oh, I have no idea what's going on in Brazil. But that is definitely off topic, and so it's taking the chat off of an important topic, which is our health. Because we can't take care of G20 or whatever it is. We can't take care of anything if we don't have our health. So that's why we need energy. We need to be able to move. So Eric, you had a car accident. I had one too. And I had fractured my neck in the car accident. Don't worry about it, Eric. It's just Gabrielle is talking about something that I know nothing about and I would have to research, which I will do, but it's not on the topic of what we're talking about, Gabrielle. So anyway, so look at the title of the video. Tell me if you have anything in your body, Gabrielle, that's going on, and let's talk about that. Well, Gabrielle, but why is talking about the 20 largest economies in the world pertinent to our health and well-being? Well, maybe our well-being, but not. Okay, big food and big pharma, yes. But we haven't gotten into that tonight. We're talking about our personal health and what we can do about it, because we have to start from where we're at personally and go from there. And you can't help somebody else until you put the oxygen mask on yourself. So you can't help somebody with their health if you are fat and sick and dying, right? So that's what we're working on. Anyway, that's my passion, because I used to be bedridden, like I said. Used to not be able to take care of my own children. So you do fine with the place that you're at, but you're in all kinds of pain, Eric. I think I've talked to you about this before, and you said, oh, how did you know all that stuff? Well, if you think you're fine and you eat a standard American diet, I do know a lot about you. And if you have all the pains that you have and you're not doing anything about inflammation, then you are going to hurt and you're going to continue to hurt. But if you eat low carb, then your body has a chance to heal your feet and your back and all of the things that in your shoulders, you know? Hello. HH. Not repeating your name. Because hell isn't holy, that's right. I know that's true. How are you doing though, HH? Yeah, so Eric, I'm here to help you. But if you don't want the help, then Charlotte, why'd you change your name? That's your YouTube channel? Well, I mean, hell isn't holy. Let's be real. Just saying. It's your name, I guess. Whatever cranks your scooter. Good to see you, though. Missed ya. I haven't had much interaction lately. People have been sticks in the mud. Been trying to get people to interact. And that's what tonight was about. I said, what do you guys, I want to hear from you. You know, what kinds of things health-wise are you battling? Eric says he wants to stay the way he is. Okay. I guess I can't help him then. But my journey, there's a purpose behind my journey. There's a purpose for me coming from bedridden to being energetic, being able to do things, being able to clean my house, being able to, you know, move and groove and ride horses and all that stuff. Off topic, bag and shark. Time out for you. When you come back, maybe you can be on topic. So, or not. It is good to hear from you though, Charlotte. For sure. Cranks my scooter, right? For sure. I mean, okay, so Richard's been in here a bit, but not as interactive. Ty's been in here, but he doesn't give a rip about his health. Well, as far as I can tell, he never says anything about it. And he's young, I think. And then, I know he's young. And then Discover has been super uber busy. Navarro's been in and out. But I just haven't had a lot of interactions. I was thinking about quitting doing the lives because I don't know. I don't know if people are getting anything out of it because there hasn't been a lot of, you know, back and forth. I want people even to disagree with me. That's fine. It's fine. Makes the world go round. We don't seem to think that we have the freedom to be able to disagree. And I think we need to learn how to disagree in friendly ways without ripping one another's head off and ripping the other person a good one, because that doesn't help anything. It just shuts the other person down. I think we need to learn to have friendly disagreements. So, you said that you want to be the way that you are, Eric. You said it. Let me read it to you. I'm going to read you what you said. And if I misread it, I'm sorry. Let me read you what you said. I define the place I am. That's what you said. And if I misinterpreted that, you tell me. Are you saying the physical home that you live in, you do fine, but you have pain? What I'm saying is, you don't realize how good you can feel until you try to eat a different way and do a different way and start exercising and moving, but you can't really move and exercise if you're in pain. So first you take care of the high carbs, lower them down. The easiest way to do that is pretend carbs are poison and run the other way. You know? Because if you're overdosing on them, they are poison. That's truth. So, thanks, Charlotte. Don't quit showing up. I start my lives now earlier at 5. I thought that might help. I thought maybe doing them a different time. Maybe I need to do them earlier in the day. I don't know. What time is this a good time for you, Charlotte? This is a very general topic. What are your health problems? Let's try to find solutions. I want to hear from you. What topics do you want to talk about concerning health and fitness? That's it. You know? Pretty general. Anyway, I'm not frustrated at you, Charlotte. I'm just frustrated in general because I've been coming on here every night. I've been making the time to do it, and I've moved my schedule around to do it oftentimes. And it's weird. People come on here. I'll have 4 or 5 people. Not trying to complain. I'm just saying what the situation has been. And people don't talk. They don't interact. So I shouldn't complain right now because I've got people interacting with me. So that's good, you know? But it just made me wonder, maybe people don't want the lives. I don't know. Because what good are lives if people aren't interacting and asking questions and things like that? That's my thought. That's my thought. Yeah, we're talking about health problems, right? Bagel and shark or whatever your shark leap. Yes. Talking about health problems and what to do about them. Or maybe what you're doing about them. Eric, maybe your chat's set wrong. Look at your chat settings. I'm not sure. One thing is, Charlotte is not Charlotte. Charlotte is Charlotte, but only I know that because Charlotte told me this is Charlotte. Her name is HH, Holy HEW Toothpicks. Anyway. So, anyway, so do you have something to add? Baggy and Shark Leap. Anyway. Hey, Melinda. How are you? Yeah, I just don't want people to finally come on here and we're interacting and I'm complaining. Because I love it that people are interacting. This is what live chats are supposed to be like, in my opinion. So, but I just started talking about my experience, my testimonial. So, and if you want to see my testimonial, go back and look at that Robin Heron interview she did with me. You can see it on my channel. The thumbnail, it's alive, and or is it? I think it's on my channel as a regular video, not as a live. Anyway, I'll have to go back and look, but I could put the link in the description. Yeah, it is boring to do it that way for sure, Charlotte. It is very boring to come on here and nobody's like, I see there's like 5, 6 people on and they're not saying anything. It's like, okay, what are you doing? Silently criticizing me? What? Or just being afraid to talk? I don't know. It's much nicer to, I mean, you might as well go look at edited videos and not watch lives. So, anyway, whatever. Um, I did go on a live today and I didn't say anything, but she had a lot of people asking questions. It was a horse free spirit equestrian. It was cool because she never does lives. It was really good. I did have some thoughts, but I didn't share them, and I might go back and anyway. Um ba Baggy, I can't pronounce your name. I don't know what it is. Bagley and Shark. Sensitive topics. Depends if it's on topic or not. And if it takes us off of our topic too much. My channel is about being carnivore, being low carb, carnivore, and helping people to understand why the standard American diet is crap, why it's killing us, even if you don't realize it's killing you. So, and sadly, some people just want to die, and that's really super sad. So, I'm sorry. I am sorry. I did say earlier, I'm sorry that that's been happening to you. That you've been so depressed that you're doing that. That's very self-destructive, but you're just trying to feel something. I'm really, really sorry. You need to get a good counselor so that you can talk. Would you consider changing your diet? Because it definitely couldn't hurt. And if you add fat into your diet, it feeds your brain and it can heal depression. Look up, I know his channel doesn't seem to have anything to do with carnivore, but he used to be a Homestead channel, and his channel is still called Homestead How. And he has a channel and he talks about his testimony is that he used to be extremely depressed. He used to be overweight. He lost over 100 pounds and his depression went away in 2 weeks. No lie. Adding fat, lowering the carbs. It's absolutely miraculous. I'm telling the truth. People feel a change in their brain, even if they've never been able to really think positively or they've always had some kind of, thing in their mind that has been, holding them down. So, wow, Ty. Well, I didn't say you were overweight. I'm just saying that's a generalization. Eating the standard American diet causes things like that. But you can be skinny fat if you're eating the standard American diet. You're not getting enough fat. You're not eating animal fats. You're eating seed oils. Seed oils are poisonous. They are airplane lubricant an automobile lubricant. They were not meant to be poured into our body. Our body can't process them. They are highly processed oils that aren't natural. You can't go out and get natural seed oils. We have taken things and made them man-made. So they're not made for our body to ingest. And it has changed the way that our bodies are, and that is why we're so unhealthy. Anyway. Okay, wait. I need to read. You said nothing has changed. What do you mean? Being skinny doesn't matter, bagging shark. It doesn't matter. You can be skinny fat. You can be totally malnourished. What's your diet like? That's the question. Are you eating a lot of carbs? Are you eating packaged foods? Are you eating ramen and chips and, 90% of the stuff in the grocery store, I would venture to guess, is processed. And even the vegetables are genetically modified, human interference, glyphosate sprayed everywhere on stuff. That's the other thing about ruminant animals. They process out all the toxin, most of the toxins. So the glyphosate has been processed by the animals so that we don't have to take it into our bodies, or not as much. Yeah, Baggy, I would, those two things, counseling and change your diet. It's not hard to add more meat into your diet. The mindset is the biggest thing, because we have this mindset that the standard American diet and the food pyramid, what our doctors tell us to eat, which is crap. I mean, here's a fat doctor, not necessarily, but they can be. Your doctor can be overweight, sitting there telling you what to eat. Anyway. I don't think they're allowed to tell, Baggy. I don't think counselors are allowed to talk to your parents about what you said in counseling. If your parents find out that you're self-harming, that's a good thing, isn't it? Somebody cares about you. What did you learn, Charlotte, recently? Okay, Eric, tell me what you do eat. Tell me what you eat. Like, what did you eat today? What did you eat yesterday? I didn't even eat till 1 or 2 in the afternoon because I wasn't hungry. Because carnivore foods fill you up and are so satiating. I did have a little coffee today with browned butter in it and collagen and an egg, which I've talked about a lot. I whip the egg up and it makes a nice thick froth on the top of the coffee. And I put some glycine in it for sweetness because it's an amino acid. So it's a good coffee. It's yummy. But have you tried eating animal fats? High animal fats? Butter, ghee, um, tallow, bacon, bacon fat. Um, there's lots of different, there's pork fat, lots of different fats that you can eat that would feed your brain because you need that for energy. If you don't get the carbs, carbs give us energy, but it's quick energy and it goes away quickly. That's why if you eat a high carb meal, you're hungry 2 hours later or an hour later. You're constantly hungry because your body is looking for nutrients and not getting it. Okay, no chips, no, okay. All right, well, that's good. But what do you eat? Do you starve or what do you eat? Like, what did you eat today? Let's start there. And was it low fat? That's really good that you don't do those things. That's good. Brisket. Nice. So are your parents carnivore or low carb keto? Do you know? Wow. That's incredible, Baggy. That's good. How long have you done this for? Wow. Okay. I'm impressed. That's really unusual for a 13-year-old. But what about the fat? You probably need to go super duper 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 because you're so depressed and stuff. Something's wrong is going on. You need to get to the root of it. And starting out with your diet is a good way to start to help. But then you need counseling. So, oh wow. So do they eat high fat? What kind of fats do you add? Brisket is really good. Yeah, Ty, that's always true. Um, what do you mean if your parents find out you're done? Sounds like your parents care about you. Hi, Discover. I don't think they would be feeding you healthy if they didn't care. That's one thing. Somehow you've got it in your head that people don't care. Maybe it's demonic, honestly. Maybe you're watching things that you shouldn't, or there's some kind of spirit or spirits trying to destroy you. Ty, I already heard that. You already said it and I already responded. You're in timeout. If Ty isn't going to be on topic, I'm going to keep putting him in timeout. I don't think I'm deleting him from the channel because he comes on every night. Ooh, sausage soup. Yum. I'm making bone broth, Discover, with lamb bones. I'm so excited. There's a big piece of cartilage ball in there, and I've got it on for 3 hours in my Instapot on pressure cook. Super excited. Yummy. By the way, Discover, Holy HE double toothpicks is Charlotte. Just so you know, it's her new alias. Ooh, homemade butter. So Charlotte, you haven't been here in a while. I had to cut out butter because my blood sugar was still going nuts even though I'm low carb. And it occurred to me that maybe butter, because that was the only thing I could think of. And so you made homemade soup and cheese, but what did your soup have in it? Did it have lots of potatoes and starchy vegetables? Because that's blood sugar. You may say that you don't have diabetes, but it's causing inflammation. The carbs are causing inflammation, and possibly the cheese is causing inflammation. There's ways to reduce our pain without taking medication. I know that we have injuries and stuff. I have a hip issue. It's definitely better than it would be if I wasn't on carnivore. I know that. And it's getting better now that I've been doing my exercise. I figured out some exercises for it. And I'm also going to go to a physical therapist. I bet it's loud living next to Heathrow. It's got its advantages. Maybe you wear headphones, ear protection. Your wife says, honey, opens up your ear thing and says, honey, I need you. You can't hear me, but anyway. Well, you might think it's hilarious, Charlotte, but it's seriously true. What the Bible says about demons is true, and I have seen it in action for myself. So, okay, I'll just call you holy. All right, Charlotte. Gotcha. Nice to see you, Discover. We'll see you in a minute. Cool, Ty. Oh. You have no one that you hide from? I'm not following you, Eric. Did I say you hid from people? I said about your homemade soup that it probably had high carbs in it. And I'm guessing there's a way to lower your inflammation. That's all I'm telling you. And if you lower the carbs, you'll lower the inflammation because carbs cause inflammation. And root vegetables are one of those things that you can eliminate and see how you do, because it'll lower your blood sugar. I don't care if you have diabetes or not. Your blood sugar is going to get messed up if you eat lots of carbs and root vegetables and stuff. So, I'm not sure, Discover, how long I'm staying on. I did come on, let's see. I've been already on for 84 minutes. And so, ooh, you have a test. Wowza. Well, good to see ya, Holy. I missed you. I'm glad you're here. Thanks for popping in. Yeah, I'll be here again tomorrow, 5-ish o'clock. A couple of months, Ty, I think you've been watching the lives. You're welcome, Eric. You're welcome. Anyway, I'm not telling you what to do, Eric. I'm just saying how it might be improved. That's all. Giving you some ideas of which way to go forward, you know? Because I know I couldn't stay where I was. I couldn't keep, my thyroid couldn't go any lower. I couldn't be any tireder. I was physically depressed. I was so tired, I felt like I was just going to fall asleep and die. And I couldn't fall asleep. I was so tired all the time, night and day, and I couldn't sleep proper. It was awful. So, oh, you don't fly for a week? Wow. Well, Eric, that's fine. I mean, if you're satisfied with where you're at, that's fine. And you're welcome to be here, you know? I think it's good to get information, right? So, know the feeling. Eric, elaborate a little. Know what feeling? What I was explaining? Anyway, so I don't come at this with, you know, just I've always been healthy and here's your answer. I haven't always been healthy. That's why I'm here. Hey, Mandy. I'm reading your comment. Grief is tough. My husband died 4 years ago. My mom died 3 years ago. Grief is, it's in layers like an onion, like Shrek. Takes a while to go through. But it needs to be done. Prayer helps me a lot. What about writing, Mandy? I need to do more of that. I need to write. And I feel like I've wanted to write a letter to my husband. Oh, Eric, you mean me being tired and not being able to sleep? Feeling like you're gonna die every day is crap. And I had small children and I couldn't take care of them. I felt very ashamed. It was tough. I wish I knew then what I know now, but I know now what I know now. And I wish my husband knew, 'cause he's gone. And he could have lived. I really believe that. Oh. Oh, I'm so sorry, Mandy. I'm sorry that happened. That's rough. Yeah, it is rough. The hardest thing for me was sleeping after my husband died. I would cry and cry and cry. My head hurt so bad. I begged God to help me to stop crying because my sinuses hurt so bad. I finally got through that patch, which was good. Finally. Eric. Then you would know a lot about me. More than you want to. Thanks for that offer. Your mom died, Ty? I'm sorry. 5 years ago. That's not very long at all. Yeah, I understand. I think I'm gonna wait a little bit before I go off because Discover hasn't been on in a very long time, and I think he wants to be here, and I think he slipped out for a little and he's coming back. So, anyway, it helps to have interests and things that I used to do that I took back up again. It helps to do self-care. Things that actually mean that I'm putting the oxygen mask on myself and then I'm able to help others. I have a bunion on my foot that is a literal pain, and it's doing better because of exercising and stuff. And then this hip thing, I've been doing exercises every day. And then I have a personal sauna that I try to use every day. I didn't use it today. I'm thinking of doing that after I get done here. It's nice that I went on earlier than I used to so that I have time to do things a little bit after I get off. But you know, Mandy, exactly. Wow. That makes me tear up. Excuse me. Oh my goodness. Oh, Mandy. That's the thing. My husband and I had unfinished business that we didn't really get closure on and figure out before he died. My husband loved me, but he had areas where he had left me feeling exposed. My son has Asperger's and he was abusive to both of us. And even physically and just emotionally abusive. And I felt trapped in my own home with no way of reprieve. I needed respite care for him. And because his IQ was 1 point over the, it was a 70 instead of a 69. He couldn't get services because his IQ was 1 point above. So services like respite and some like vocational training and job coach and things like that. Wow. Wow, Mandy, that's a lot to process. That is a lot. You are so welcome. That's what I said. Somebody said, could we bring other topics in? And I said, if there's something serious going on, we can talk about it. As long as I can be discerning about whether somebody is just trolling or what. Anyway, thanks for being vulnerable, Mandy. No, actually, Eric, my son lives in long-term care now, as of last spring. I go to visit him often. So, anyway, yeah, he's starting to get, he's planning on going to school, back to school, community college, getting some vocational training, figuring out what he wants to do. So it's good. I had a feeling you might think he was talking to you, Mandy. You're okay. Sometimes it gets confusing in chat. Thank you, Eric. I mean, it's working. It's just that I have to process through, I think in the last week, actually, week and a half, I've come to this forgiveness of my husband. You know, it's like in layers, like I was saying. You forgive, and then you forgive another layer, and then you forgive another layer. But my son, when he was young, when he was 13, he pushed me downstairs, and he didn't mean to push me down the stairs, but he did push me. He was angry, and I was facing my back to the stairs on the landing. And then he was very unemotional and just said something snarky when he walked by me, and he went off to his basketball day camp and came back from the day camp, and he still had an attitude. So then he called, then he had an attitude, and I was laid up in bed because I was all bruised up and cut up and everything. And I hadn't called 911. My husband refused to come home from work. I just felt abandoned. So then I called 911. And when they came out, it's in Washington. I think most states are like this anymore, but assault is the police, it doesn't matter if you press charges or not. If they see marks on you, or even if you report that somebody hit you, even if there's no marks from it that they can see, but they took pictures of all the bruising and all the cuts and all the things that happened from me falling down the stairs backwards, down a full flight of stairs. And so, I had no way to catch myself. I just went backwards. And so, and there's a like a ledge around the stairwell, and I hit the ledge and I hit the a potted plant that cut me. Anyway, it was horrible. So, anyway, long story short, it happened on Friday, and I called 911, and they came out and they took pictures, and they said, well, it's out of our hands in Washington. He has to be taken in, juvenile or not. So they took him in, and he had to stay there. And for the weekend, it was kind of good in a way because, well, it was kind of good in a way because he had to, stay there for the weekend and think about it. And my mother-in-law, my brother-in-law, my husband all disagreed with me that I shouldn't have called 911. But he was very just rude and belligerent when he got home. And I'm like, I'm done being abused. I'm done. So, depends, Ty. What about? I appreciate that, Eric, that I don't have to blame myself. I don't, but it was just hard that my husband and my mother-in-law, because my husband was a wonderful person. It's hard to process through that. When you know they're a wonderful person, you know they mean well, but they can't see the forest through the trees. And it was hard. And I felt like I was the one that had to hold my son's feet to the fire about things so that he wouldn't be a complete jerk. And it put a lot of weight on my shoulders. So I'm still processing through that. My son didn't even move out until 3 years ago. So my husband died 4 years ago, and my son moved out 3 years ago. So I had to wait until after my son died in order to make sure that my son, and he really wasn't ready to move out of the house. And it didn't work out very well. That's why he's in long-term care now. So, anyway, hey, Discover. So glad you're here. What do you want this short to be about, Ty? I'm not very good at shorts. Thank you, Mandy. Wait, I'm trying to understand. Tell my tooth. Oh, I see what you mean. I'm not the only one with a story like that. Yep, it's true. I know. I know. We don't know what the people are facing that we walk by every day, you know? No, I don't have any animals except the 2 dogs on my property. I'd like to get animals, but I don't have any. We're not allowed to have hogs in town. I live in town, and we're not allowed to have hogs. I think it's because they stink. I'd like to have chickens for the eggs. I don't really eat the meat because it's not, it has too much omega-6, I believe. It doesn't make me feel good when I eat it. I have a bunch of chicken in the freezer and I need to figure out what I'm doing with it. I think I'm going to go ahead and cook it and freeze it and eat it occasionally, just for something interesting. You used to have quails? My husband used to bird hunt, and so he would get quail and pheasant and stuff. And his cousin got a duck one time and we had duck. It was good. Actually, it wasn't good. I cooked it and I didn't know what to do with it. No, chicken breast is too lean, and chicken thighs are fatty, but not fatty enough. I made a really tasty chicken that I dredged in egg, and then I dredged in pork panko, which is a replacement for breadcrumbs. You just grind up the pork rinds and turn them into like a, you know, like a flour, kind of a very oily flour. It's good. Anyway, but they were very tasty, but they threw me out of ketosis and raised my blood sugar, and it was hard for me to get back in ketosis. See, I've been in ketosis now for, gosh, I'd have to look back, several days. I use a Keto Mojo, which measures my ketones and my blood sugar. And my blood sugar's been stable, and mostly stable, and my ketones have been good. And so I will take it. I feel so much better and my energy level is good. So I don't like getting out of ketosis. It means that my body is burning fat, and that my blood sugar is very stable, which makes me feel good. Ketones make you feel good. So I'm not saying they don't taste good. That chicken was very good, what I made. I made the best chicken strips that I had ever had, dredged in egg and pork panko and spices, a few spices, after I became carnivore. But when I found out that I don't feel very good when I eat chicken, but I feel really good when I eat ruminant meat and red meat and all that, then I try to stick with ruminant meat and fish, some fish, you know? I've got some salmon in the freezer I need to eat. I need to remember that I have it. Put some variety on my plate. I'll probably have some salmon tomorrow. The only problem with that salmon, it was a package with no skin. It's like, why did you take the skin off the fish? That's where the good fat is. And I like crisping the skin up, the salmon. It's yummy. Anyway. And then I eat sardines. I eat a little bit of sardines every day. It helps keep me in ketosis and my blood sugar too. It helps with, like I said, with iodine. Yeah, Brussels sprouts have a lot of oxalates, and you would have to do research on oxalates if you're interested. And Discover's favorite food is sardines. And if you do not know, Discover Aviation is actually a commercial pilot who lives near Heathrow Airport now. So he can fly out more easily and not have to commute. How far did you live away from the airport before? 45 minutes, an hour or something? If you're renting, 2 hours away. No wonder. Oh my gosh. I'd be like, can't do it. Can't. Yeah, an hour. I live an hour out of the city, 45 minutes to an hour, depending on where I'm going in the city. And that's annoying enough. Because every time I get in the car to go do something, it means 2 hours at least of driving, an hour and a half at least. And it's a pain in the butt. Yeah, he has a YouTube channel. Check it out. So, hey, Richard. I mentioned you earlier. I just said, I was talking about regulars who interact in the chat because I've been so okay. I'm gonna vent one more time and then I'll shut up about it. I was very frustrated because newbies were lurking in the chat and they weren't saying anything. Or there were maybe a couple of regulars and they were just not saying anything. And I wanted this chat to be very interactive tonight because, as you can see from the title, if you looked at it, it says, I want to hear from you. Let's talk about health issues and see what we can do about them. So it's Discover Aviation 33, isn't it? Yeah, go ahead and drop your link. It's fine. If it allows you to, I can actually put it in the description of the video, but you'll have to wait till I get done, till we get done here. And then I'll drop it. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Well, I know I can't because I've tried. I cannot. Let's see. That's the frustrating thing is I cannot click. Okay, I can't do it, but maybe chatters can do it. I know I can't. What's Kadosh about, Richard? We're talking about what topics you guys might want to have. Now, I haven't really been specific about that. So, you guys, do you have specific topics that you would like within the health and wellness and fitness realm to talk about? Like strength training or whatever? Because I'm starting strength training, not anything difficult. And don't get me wrong, I am not like a trainer or I have done some really difficult workouts in my lifetime. I used to do P90X when I was, how old was I? How old was I? When my daughter Kaylee was born, I was 36. Is that true? And then I was 43. Gosh, I was in my 40s. I was in my mid 40s and I did P90X. Anyway. Yeah, Discover Aviation 30. I think that's right. I thought it was 33, but anyway. Hypertension. Carnivore. I know I always sing the praises, but it is lowering my blood pressure even lower. I go in and they say, wow, your numbers look really good. Not just for my oxygen, for my blood pressure, for my pulse, all of it. I used to have a irregular heartbeat. That's gone. They say you'll get they say that you'll get heart disease if you eat red meat and fat, and that's not true at all. It's the opposite. Those things are caused by high blood sugar, by dysregulated blood sugar. It's so true. I just took my pulse. It's really good. And I have this activity watch that I can check my pulse and I can check my blood pressure. It's really nice to find a inexpensive activity band. If you want to, because you can do your blood pressure whenever you want. You can check it. Oh, okay. Well, I'm glad you got a nap. Sounds like you needed it. I only got 5 hours of sleep last night, but that's because I wake up to go pee at about 5 a.m. And if I go to bed too late, then I don't always go back to sleep, and I didn't. But I felt okay today. So, mine is called a Fitband. I don't know that it's the best one. I do like it in that it's waterproof. I don't even have to worry about it getting wet. I can take it in the swimming pool. Then it broke. Well, this one has lasted me a long time, I will say that. It's called a Fitband. It's kind of generic. This is what it looks like. Let me see, I just charged it. Oh, maybe it didn't connect. Just a second. I'm gonna go out for a minute and reconnect my watch so I can show you. Just a minute. The only thing, I think it's because my internet is unstable, but the Fitband has a hard time connecting sometimes, especially if I've just charged it. Then it needs to be, I need to go in the app and go in my Bluetooth settings. But I'm plugging it back in for a second. Unplugging it. Anyway, I liked the fact that I could go in the pool and do a workout in the pool too. There's different things you can do with it. I don't even know all the things. Just a second, I'm gonna go out again, just real quick. Hey Jace, how are you? It's okay. I kind of want to connect it. I'm gonna have to do it either before or after. I mean, not before, but either during or after the live. But I guess I should stay in the live and pay attention, right? Be present. So, anywho, okay, guys, I'm getting ready to turn into a pumpkin pretty soon. I think in about 10 minutes we will knock off here, I believe, because I've been on since 5:20, so it's been a couple hours. But I think there's a cheaper version than what I bought. There's the same one, cheaper price. I think I paid something stupid like 75 or 80, which doesn't sound like a lot, but I found it for cheaper. And it looked like it was the same exact model, the same exact. Maybe this one is better. Maybe it lasts longer. I don't know. It's lasted me a long time. All right. Everybody has to describe. Sorry, can't talk. There's only one person in here. Well, that's what it says. May or may not be true. Please go to Discover Aviation's. Yeah, the count's usually off. I'm not understanding, Eric. I missed something. So go to Discover's channel and subscribe to his channel if you want. And subscribe to mine if you want. Like and subscribe. It helps. It helps. It helps. We've got 9 likes tonight. Thank you. I appreciate all of the interaction in the chat. It makes the lives so much better for everybody involved. Then I don't have to sit here and just flap my gums for... And then I usually do shorter videos, which may be good, but anyway, I started to clean my room. I have got I'm gonna put the foam, the styrofoam, I hate styrofoam, in the garbage dump pile and put a rug over it that's out there, carpet out there. Remember, I tore the carpet out, and these are just empty laundry baskets. And my banjo is sitting there. I gotta figure out a case for it or a stand for it or something. Anyway, and then this is a giveaway bag right there, the plastic one. There's just odds and ends. And that box right there is my dog's bed with a frame that, oh, I didn't turn the heat off. It's too hot in here. That's a box right there that's gonna go up to my shipping room. The top of my dresser is gonna get put in a bin and only put the stuff back that I want. The top of this counter is going to get organized. I've already started going through that basket to organize it. These books are gonna get put on a bookshelf that I have that I'm gonna set up in here. Yeah, so we're getting her done slowly but surely. And my closet is going to get cleaned. I'm gonna take the steam mop, and first I'm gonna sweep it, mop it, sweep it or vacuum it. Anyway, so Ty, could we not do this, please? We've been over this situation, okay? I need to let my little dog out. Hey, come here. Come on. Sorry about that. My dog was being pokey and then I had stuff I had to do quick. Oops. I left my camera on the tripod. So, let's see. Yeah, we've been talking about some different things just because some of my regulars came in and we were chatting about just stuff. But, we are talking about health though. I have a challenge for people. How about we increase our steps every day? How many steps, do you guys know how many steps you do every day? I need to get my watch back activated so I know how many steps. Yeah, don't zero in on Jace, please. Ty. 30,000 steps. You said that before. I don't quite believe you. Do you know how many miles that is? It's a lot. A mile is like 1,700 and some. Something like that. Or is it 1,200 and some? 10,000. Wow. Well, I do 10,000 on a good day. And I want to work up to doing 10,000 regularly and then go up to 15,000 regularly. So that's my goal, is to hit 10,000 every day, not just once or twice a week. And yeah, but the step count is different than that. The step count's different. Let me look it up. Sorry, I'm gonna have to leave for a minute, but it's good because of what we're talking about in just a second. Steps in a mile are 2,000. You really walk 13 miles a day. Okay. All right, I have a hard time believing it. You must be active. That's good. Oh, you want to do 30,000 steps is 15 miles a day. If a mile is 2,000 steps. I bet you do. Oh, Richard, I was thinking you were Discover. I bet Discover, don't you do well? I don't know. Flying you don't, but walking around airports you get a lot of steps, I'm sure. I don't know. Siamese. People in the replay are going to wonder what that is because they can't see the chat. So Baggett asked me name a cat for an edit. So how many steps do you know, Richard? Your phone will count them. You can get an app that will count them. You can also do a Fitband or some kind of band that will count your steps, or you can buy a cheap pedometer. I'll check it. I'll check it. Is your channel what it says right here? Baggett and Shark Leap. 12,000 steps. That makes sense. That used to be my average when I was a chef. When I was a working chef. I'm still a chef. I'm just not a working chef. And oh my gosh, speaking of chef, my lamb bones smell freaking amazing. I'm so excited. 1,000? Oh, wait. Did I miss something? Oh, he throws huge, huge. Okay. I got you, Baggett. I'll check it. So how about we challenge one another to do more steps than what we do now? So Ty would do 35,000 a day. We're not talking about a week, okay? We're talking about a day. And if you're saying that you walk 15 miles a day, wow, how do you have time to do anything else? That's pretty incredible. Bicycling, I would believe, but I used to bike that much a day. What did I miss? Richard said something. Oh. So do you know how many steps a day you average, Richard? And then the other thing is, I'm challenging myself to do planks every day, which don't take very long at all. You work your way up to a minute. You use a little, you can get one of those egg timers. I have one on my fridge, so that you push the button, and then when you go to failure, then you push the button to stop, and then you know how long you did your plank for. I do mine on my Life Pro, which is a vibration plate, which makes it harder. But I want to work up to longer. I'm up to a minute, but I haven't been doing them every day, so I want to do that. And I've been doing my red light therapy for my teeth. I've been trying to do my sauna every day. So pick some self-care stuff that you're going to do for yourself that needs to be, to help you to move forward, for your mental health, for your emotional health, for your spiritual health, I need to pray more and read my Bible more. I know that. And it's not a shoulda. It's not a should. I'm not trying to should myself to death. I just know I need it. And meditate on the word. The Bible says to meditate on the word. So the Bible actually talks about meditating. It's not a New Age word. Let me go get my little dog who is yip yapping. Baggett, I didn't go look at your channel because I'm on here. Is that what you're talking about? So Baggett, how many steps are you going to do a day? You walk all night? Ty, you're supposed to sleep. It's not good for you to walk all day and walk all night. And I think you're lying, actually. It doesn't make me believe you. Who walks all day and all night? And what are you doing right now? You must be walking. Ty, you're spamming the chat. I'm putting you in timeout. Don't gotta do that. Okay. You have insomnia? Maybe you can't sleep because you don't exercise, though. Is that possible? Do you look at screens too much or sit too much? It really helps to exercise. I need to move more. That's why I want to do this challenge. That's good you exercise. So do you drink coffee? Maybe you drink coffee too late. I can't drink coffee after noon. Today I drank it after 1, which I shouldn't have done, but I probably still will sleep because I feel tired. Do you by chance work out late at night? Because that can actually cause you not to sleep. It causes endorphins, which are, energizing. I know from experience because I used to do my workout at night too sometimes. And it would do that. Okay. All right. Well, you know what helps me? I have a routine. I put earplugs in and an eye cover, and I fall asleep as soon as my head hits the pillow. It didn't used to be that way. I used to have night terrors all night long and wake up multiple times a night screaming. So I have had my battles with bad sleep. Really bad. And it was horrible. Heart racing, all those things. My dog is yip yapping. I gotta go get him. But I want to finish this sentence. So I put an eye cover on, I put earplugs in. But the funny thing is that I can fall asleep with my glasses on now because as soon as my head hits the pillow, I can fall asleep with my red light therapy, red and blue light. It's both red and blue light in my mouth to heal my gums and whiten my teeth. And I can fall asleep with that in my mouth. My glasses on. I forget to put, or I don't have time to put my eye cover on, or I don't have time to put my earplugs in because I fall asleep so fast. And then I don't wake up until my bladder wakes me up, which is usually about 5 or 6 in the morning. So, well, Baggy, don't let your cat sleep on your face. That'll solve the problem. That's not insomnia. That's letting your cat rule. Yes, I did start streaming 2 hours ago. 2 hours and 9 minutes ago, actually. I stayed on because Discover came in and he hasn't been in here for a long time. So. Oh, okay. Well, I don't know. I just know I'm telling you from experience that I used to not sleep very well. I'd be exhausted, but I couldn't sleep. Like I told you about the thyroid issues and all the things that I had going on, and I would be exhausted and feel like I was going to die if I didn't sleep, but then I couldn't sleep. It was terrible. I would be too tired to sleep. So, well, I don't know what's. Oh, you haven't drank coffee in 2 years. Discover. Wow. Right, it was terrible, and I broke my nose because I went flying out of bed one time and slammed my face against a wooden chair. Broke my nose. Woke up seeing stars. I had a terrible, terrible time with night terrors, so I don't have them anymore. I was healed of those 15, 16 years ago. I know it was terrible. Uh, I've been through it. I've been through a lot of stuff. So, and having a fractured neck when when I was a kid in a car accident, that accident breaking my nose and hitting my face like that did not help my neck at all. So, anywho, what I'm saying is I guard my sleep with my life. I put the earplugs in. I also, my brain has learned how to sleep. Noise machines, different things can help, you know? Temperature in the room. Yeah, that's fine, Baggy. I'm gonna be gone though. I need to go here. I need to go. It's 7:44. I'll be gone in 15 minutes. Let's say that. Good to see you though. Good to have you here. Thanks for coming. Thanks for interacting. Appreciate it a lot. Thanks, Baggy. I'll check your channel out. We'll see you tomorrow. If you come. Tomorrow I'll try to be here at 5. Anyway. And I've got some videos on the docket editing. I did upload them. I just need to edit them. So we'll figure it out. I gotta figure it out if I can edit them in the studio. I need to figure out how that works anyway. But I mean, let's work on that. Let's work on our sleep and our step count and our exercise routine. You've got a lot of things that you've dialed in right, Baggy. You might be gone already, but you're exercising, you're eating right, it sounds like. I don't know what's making you depressed. I would try to get a counselor. Do what you need to do to get better and get well. I will say though that high-fat carnivore or keto, high-fat keto, helps with mood. And if you go the extreme and go carnivore, it helps even more. I gotta turn this dang heat off. It is roasting me. I turned it down. I had to go get my little Torby dog. Anyway, anybody have anything else to say? We'll be out of here in about 13 minutes. I don't want anybody to be sad for me. God's brought me through a lot of things and brought me on to the other side. It's been pretty amazing what God has done in my life, I shall say. I'm gonna face you toward my pretty picture. And go let my yippy dog in. Okay. He was not where I thought he was. I have to find him. Come on. Come on. Good boy. Okay. Okay, well, I mean, good for you. I wasn't. Technically, I wasn't. We're not trying to beat each other. We can beat our own record, though. But that seems a little obsessive to walk 15 miles a day, I think. Unless she has somewhere to go. I mean, where are you going, Ty? I mean, yeah, where are you going? And why would you walk at 11 at night, especially as a young kid? Is that safe? And what do you do for a light? It's interesting. Just interesting. I mean, I could definitely stand to walk more. Oh, feels better with the heat off. Man, I wished I'd done that a long time ago. I was roasting. Roasting and toasting. Okay, so figure out, like, increase your steps by 5,000 steps a day. How about that? What you normally do. And really get it dialed in, like, figure it out with an app. If you carry your phone with you everywhere, which is kind of hard to do sometimes, it's easier if you have like an activity watch that's always on you to count steps, or a pedometer in your pocket or hooked on you somewhere around your neck or something. Anyway. And then I'm going to start going up and down the stairs. I have to remember to do it in the daytime, so I'm not walking up and down the stairs so my housemates, because they live upstairs, it would bother them if I walk. I don't think they're home though. Anyway, I'm very motivated though lately to do projects. I have a light that's broken in the dining room. My overhead light, where the ceiling fan is. Anyway, I need to fix it. What happened is the chain broke off, the chain that you pull to turn it on and off. It broke in the off position. So I need to unscrew a couple screws or something, I think is what needs to happen. But I might have to take the bulbs out. Maybe I'll work on that tomorrow because I thought about it today. Because I bought the chains to put the chains back in it. Anyway, but the chain, it broke off right at the end so that you can't get at the chain. It's broke off right inside of the light, you know, where the chain comes out. Hopefully I don't have to buy a whole new light fixture. Okay, you're fine, Richard. That's fine. Anyway, I was just saying, you know, figure out a way to count your steps and then challenge yourself to do 5,000 more per day. My husband was so funny. He had a goal that he was going to increase his, you know, steps, and that he had to do a certain number every day. And I think it was 15,000. And so he wouldn't have hit his step count. And he was such a disciplined person. He didn't know about carnivore, he didn't know about low carb, which would have saved him his life and healed his heart. But anyway, that's hindsight. Now he's in heaven having a good old time. So, but he would walk. Sometimes he would get up in the middle of the night to go to the bathroom. And he'd walk back and forth in the house. And I'm like, you cray cray. You cray cray. What are you doing in the middle of the night? I didn't hit my step count. Okay. Or getting a jump on the next day. He's so funny. I don't think the chat's froze. You're here. And Richard went to wash dishes. I don't think it's froze. I think people are just not chatting. There are 4 people here. Baggy left. Discover. Oh, Discover, are you still here? Discover said coffee isn't good for you, though. I only drink a little bit of coffee. And I put the egg and the collagen and the butter and all the things in it. And I get one that doesn't have mold in it. It does have plant toxins. But a lot of carnivores still drink coffee. I wouldn't overdo it. I only drink 1 cup, and I don't drink it every day. So it's a very occasional thing. I like the taste of it if I doctor it enough. I put my electrolytes in it. So I found I like it saltier than sweeter. It sounds funny, but I do like it. Anyway, when I run out of this bag of beans, I bought a big bag of coffee beans. I will stop drinking it for a while because I can go for days without drinking coffee. It's just I had some left over and I reheated it. Hey, Navarro. Thank you. It was much more interesting as it went on, wasn't it? The stream was kind of boring in the middle. That's why I started talking. So, I hope it was information everybody can use. So watch the replay where I was talking when nobody was here, in case you want that information. You don't have to, but if you like. Any watching that you do helps the channel. Hey, Royal Pine. What's that about, Royal? What do you mean, for sure what? Yeah, it was nice seeing Charlotte. Glad she told me who she was. Oh, that was funny. Thanks for your concern for Baggy. Yeah, let's pray for him. It's okay, Royal. Thanks for finally popping in. It's okay. Okay, we'll be just a minute and then I'm gonna go. So we'll be here tomorrow at 5. I'm not gonna stay as long. This has been a 3-hour chat. My Crazy. Has it been 3 hours? Almost. Wait, not quite. 2.5. My bone broth will be done in 25 minutes, in case anybody cares. And it smells amazing. So we will have lamb bone broth with a little bit of other collagen pieces that I found in the that I keep in the freezer. I just toss the chewy parts of steak or whatever in the freezer, and I toss them in my bone broth to get more collagen and more connective tissue softened into my bone broth, because the more gel you have, the better. It's all collagen. I'm gonna go grab, hey Discover, hi again. Did you see what I said, Discover? It was nice. Good to have you here again. Feels like old home week, right? Good to hear from you, Navarro. Appreciate it. It was a pretty peaceful chat, considering I did have to. Did I boot somebody off? I think I just timed somebody out. And then they realized that they needed to be on top. I will see you all. Bye, Discover. I was saying goodbye. I was wrapping it up, wasn't I? But God said, don't keep talking. Stick a sock in it. Anyway, good night, Richard. Good night, John Boy. Good night, Discover. Good night, Royal. Royal Pineapple, you've been here before. Yes. Good night, Navarro. Appreciate everybody. Thank you very much. It turned out to be a good chat. I was getting a little fatigued with one boring chat after another. It just seemed boring, and I didn't want people to get bored. And I did have topics, but it's easier to do when I have interaction. I like interaction anyway. So, good night. Yeah, it's time for me to go. There's many reasons it's time for me to go. Good night, Richard. See you tomorrow, 5 o'clock, 8 o'clock your time. If it works, if it's good for you. I don't know what we're talking about tomorrow. I will meditate on it and let you know. Probably sipping on bone broth, and anyway, I put a little vinegar in the, sounds weird, but you put vinegar in with the bone broth, just a little bit, not too much, and it pulls the bone marrow, it pulls all the nutrients out of the bones and out of the bone marrow. It's good. Anyway, I'm excited about it. Can't wait. I'm gonna have myself a little cup before I go to bed. Get your fat, peeps. Eat your fat. That should be my signature. Eat your fat. Eat your animal fat. And then it will eat your fat. Your ketones will eat your fat. Promise. No lie. Bye.